So the DNA Laboratories Division is part of the Science and Technology Department of the ICMP, whose main purpose is to DNA profile samples from the missing, and also in parallel, DNA profile samples from families who come forth and donate their sample to the ICMP. We do this in typically a high throughput format, where we're able to take many cases through the laboratory in a single day. And what we're very specialized in doing is isolating DNA from very challenging samples. This is basically what sets us apart from many of the other labs in the world who work in a similar context. We only specialize in obtaining DNA profiles from bone samples that are either from recent disasters, disaster victim identification, or going to decades-old samples either from post-conflict or from just basic missing persons cases. And what we're able to do is produce large-scale DNA-led identifications, so comparisons of databases of DNA profiles from the families, comparing those to the DNA profiles from the bone samples. And those are our main goals in the laboratory, is to produce DNA match reports to the missing in attempts that this will go back to the court-appointed pathologist and bring closure to the families. The main challenges in a system like this is being able to isolate DNA from every sample that comes into the system. DNA is preserved differently amongst different samples and from context to context of where we work. So the challenge is trying to give full resolution on all of the cases that we receive every day in the laboratory system. So one of the ways we're trying to overcome the issue of challenging samples, and one of that, as I mentioned, was obtaining a usable DNA profile from the bone sample. The other one is being able to match to more distant kin. So family members who aren't very close to that missing person come forth and donate. And this is where we do have some difficulties with just deficient reference samples for some of our cases. So in parallel, what we're developing here for the first time is a new DNA assay, a multiplex, that targets very short DNA fragments, which is very optimal for degraded type samples, in huge numbers of DNA markers using this new technology called massively parallel sequencing. So the kits that we're working on include over 1,000 new, or these different type of markers called single nucleotide polymorphisms. And what we hope this will bring to missing persons cases is resolution on these difficult and degraded cases. Also resolution to these cases where there aren't close families from the missing person who's donated a sample. And lastly, we hope that this will at some point become more cost effective, which will open up the realm of using this type of technology in larger scales around the world.